for joining me for a gathering. I'm here in the ASP room at school. I wonder where you are in your house. Well, thanks for joining me today. We are going to explore some of the picture vocabulary cards. So find yourself somewhere comfortable. Maybe you're sitting on the floor like I am. I have my legs crisscrossed. And I'm sitting here. I have a rug out here. Do you see it? There's a rug. And I have a stack of our photo cards talking about some birds. So I'd love to learn about birds with you. The reason I was thinking about birds for this week is because a lot of us, when we've had our chats, we've talked about birds. Some of you have told me you've seen stellar jays. Some of you have told me you've seen red-winged blackbirds, spotted towhees, chickadees, hummingbirds. Many of you know the birds that are in our area. Some that we'd see in our schoolyard, and maybe some different ones you see at home or when you're out on a walk in the forest. So let's begin. Let me use this rug so you can see which one we're on. The first bird is a type of duck. And this is the male type of duck, and it's called a mallard duck. Can you say that together? Mallard duck. Let's say it. Mallard duck. This is a male bird, and you can tell by the color of its head. What color is that? Green. And sometimes they have colorful feathers, almost like purplish blue feathers on their back. And do you see those feet? Ducks have webbed feet, and that helps them swim. Have you seen a duck this week? They love swimming in the water and dunking their heads underneath to look for bugs. This is a mallard duck. I'm going to put it on our rug right here. Mallard duck. I'm going to put the rug down. Okay, our next bird that also spends a lot of time in its habitat near water, near ponds that probably the ducks are in, is a tall, skinny bird, long legs, white body, long beak. Do you know what this bird is? It's a heron. Do you see that? Heron. Heron. Do you see the long white neck and all white body with those long legs? There it is in its habitat in the pond. Heron. Let's say that together one more time. Heron. Okay. I'm going to put the heron on my rug right next to the mallard duck. Okay. Let's see. What's our next bird? Any other ones that might live near water? This one lives near water, but it doesn't live near where we live. Like the heron, it also has long, skinny legs, a little body, and a long neck. Sounds a lot like a heron. But this bird is a different color. It's pink. All pink bird that lives in the water. What do you think that bird's called? It doesn't live near us. It lives in warm places. A flamingo! You guessed it. Look at that flamingo. Long legs, pink body, long pink neck. Did you know flamingos are pink because they eat pink shrimp? It makes them pink. Flamingo. All right, I'm gonna put the flamingo right next to the heron. Another bird that has a long neck and long legs, but this time it has a bigger body. And it actually, when it has an egg, it lays a big egg. Really big fluffy feathers. Doesn't necessarily live too close to us. Some people might have these on farms. Maybe you've seen one before. I remember going to Arizona and seeing this. Ostrich at an ostrich farm. Have you seen an ostrich? Wow, they run really fast. Usually they're taller than most adults. Ostrich. So ostrich also has a long neck, but a much bigger body than the flamingo and the heron. I'm going to put the ostrich right here next to the flamingo. Okay. We have done 4 birds so far. Let's go to our next one. We'll move this row. Remember, we had the ostrich. Ostrich. Say it together. We have the flamingo. Flamingo. We have the heron. Heron. And together, the first one, the mallard duck. Okay, let's move on to our next row. These are some animals that you might see in your backyard. This is a very small bird. It flaps its wings super fast. You can sometimes hear it coming if you're being quiet enough. So small. And at school, we would fill a special feeder for it with sugar water. And actually, I filled up the feeder today. And I even made a video about it if you want to learn how to do it at home. It's a very colorful bird, and it's the name of our classroom, colibri. That's right, colibri is how you say hummingbird in Espanol. Look at that beautiful, colorful hummingbird. We all know about hummingbirds. So lovely. They're one of our pollinators. I'm going to put it back on my rug. Another bird that we would see at school, it's blue, beautiful blue. Always was coming to the bird feeder, and it has a high-pitched sound. Do you know what I'm talking about? What's that beautiful blue bird? Blue jay, or we often call it a Steller's jay. In this picture, this one's not fully blue, so this might be a female. The males are always fully blue. Blue jay. Have you seen one in your yard? Let's put the blue jay right by the hummingbird. Another bird that we might begin to see since the spring is here. It loves to be in the grass, usually in the morning time or after the rain, looking for worms. And it's got a red belly and brown wings. Does anyone know what this bird's called? Makes a beautiful little chirping song. It's a robin. You guessed it. Have you seen a robin eating a worm? It's so much fun to have a little investigation in your backyard. and see if you can watch a robin find a worm after a rainstorm. I wonder if you'll try that. I'm going to put the robin right by the blue jay. Another bird that lives around here. We often don't see it during the daytime because they're nocturnal, which means they sleep in the daytime, then they're awake at night. This special bird is a bird of prey, which means it's a predator bird, and it looks for small rodents like mice and bunnies to eat. And it soars through the sky at night in the forest. And sometimes you might hear it sing its song. Woo, woo, woo. Can you guess? It's an owl. Look at that beautiful owl. There's many types of owls that live around here. Owls. I'm going to put the owl right by the robin. The last bird that I'm going to mention that also lives around here, that maybe you see, this is another bird of prey, which means it's a predator bird in the raptor family, which means it has a sharp beak like an owl does, sharp talons, which are its on its feet. The sharp nails are talons. And it's a hunting bird, also looking for small rodents like mice and shrews and bunnies. And this is a specific type of hawk. And this hawk has a red tail. Did I give away the name? Do you know what I'm thinking of? It's the red-tailed hawk. Look at it. It sits perched up in a tree, or sometimes I see it on the electrical lines or on a fence. When I'm in a car, I can often see it when I'm passing by, and it's looking in those fields for something to eat. In this picture you can't tell, but on its tail, on the back tail feathers, it's a beautiful red, kind of like this dark red on my shirt. And that's how you can tell it's a red-tailed hawk when it's flying and you're like, oh, that's a big, beautiful bird. What could it be? A hawk, eagle? Don't know? Well, if you see the tail being red, then you know it's a red-tailed hawk, and they soar nice and slow, scanning. And I'm going to put the red-tailed hawk card right next to the owl. And that completes our second row. So what animals did we learn today? Red-tailed hawk. You can repeat after me. Red-tailed hawk. Next, owl. We had an owl. Next, we have a robin. Robin. Next, we have a blue jay. Blue jay. And the last one we have hummingbird. Colibri. Wow, friends. We learned 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 different birds today. Thank you so much for joining me for this gathering, learning about birds, some that live near us and some that live farther away. Well, I hope that you can take this knowledge and your observation skills outside and see what kind of birds you might see. Maybe you even want to write in your notebook about where you saw them, or how big they were, or even draw a picture. Or maybe practice what their sounds sound like, their songs. Okay, well that's all the time we have for with this gathering. Thanks for joining me. You can put your fingers on your shoulder as you begin to think about what your next work will be. I wonder. See you next time.